So you get some pretty bad teammates in Rocket League, right? Over and over and over, game after game, day after day, week after week, year after... Yeah, you get the point. I'm sure that many people have told you to stop blaming your teammates in the past and to instead focus on yourself, or maybe just to get good. But in this video, I'm going to agree with you. Your teammates suck. But that's not the reason why you're not ranking up, and I'll tell you why. Just to preface this video, I have over 4,500 hours in the game. I've played since September of 2015, and I can almost guarantee that I've had more bad teammates than any of you. Thousands upon thousands of solo queue games, I've had them all. People who straight up AFK in an attempt to D-rank. People who try and forfeit after one goal is scored. And those who just simply can't hit the f***ing ball. How is this person in Grand Champ? I get a lot of messages on my stream and Discord from players of all ranks about teammates and how they can never get someone who knows how to play the game. So I decided to have a chat with some of them, take a look at the replays, and see how the games played out. I also had a look at my own games where I felt like my teammate had let me down, and I noticed two major recurring things. One, yes, my teammate wasn't having a good day. They whiffed shots, backflipped on saves, and rotated poorly. But the second thing, and the important one to focus on, is that in almost every single situation where a teammate made a poor play, I had also made a bad touch or decision within the 10 to 20 seconds prior. So, what do I mean by this? Let's take a look at this play for example. For the orange team, player A goes for kickoff, and then player B goes for the follow-up after the ball bounces off the ceiling. Who would you say is to blame here? I'm sure most of you would say that player B who whiffed the easy touch in front of the net. But let's think about it. How did they get into that situation in the first place? Player A failed the kickoff. Player A was probably pretty annoyed that his teammate whiffed the ball, but then again, he couldn't even execute his own kickoff. So instead of blaming his teammate for missing the save, he needs to recognize that he should practice his kickoff. As another example, let's take a look at what happened here. This player A is rotating back and his teammate whiffs another relatively simple hit, resulting in his team getting scored on. But let's jump back about 10 seconds to see what happened before this. Our first player missed an open net and then completely screwed up his recovery. Even if he missed the shot, which, to be fair, wasn't the easiest to put in, he could have rotated back smoothly to assist in defense, but he didn't. Also, this guy actually left the game right after this happened. But again, if you could recognize that the mistakes made by player A led to them conceding, even if he wasn't the one in there when it happened, then you're on your way to improving individually. It's often the big things, like missing a save or open net, that you pay attention to, but not the smaller ones, like missed shots or poor clears that handed over possession. So, here's the way that I think about ranking up in Rocket League. You will constantly get teammates who miss touches, whiff saves, and bump you in rotation. Some players think that when you rank up, your teammates will suddenly improve. Well, I can tell you that's simply not true. And it's out of your control. If you're Platinum 2 right now and think that your Platinum 2 teammates are bad, when you get to Diamond 2, you'll think that your Diamond 2 teammates are just as bad. The rank doesn't matter. The only way you're ranking up is by hard carrying yourself out of it. Rocket League is not a game that you can start playing and 2 days later be at the top. It will take hundreds to thousands of games to improve and gradually progress through the ranks. Just remember that whenever you're getting frustrated in a match. One game will not make or break you. Not even one day or 1 week of feeling like you're in a slump has a big impact long term. That isn't to say you shouldn't try to avoid being in a slump, that you shouldn't work on your consistency, because you absolutely should. But keep in mind that ranking up takes time and that you will get there by practicing and improving. Of course, whenever possible, you should try to adapt to your teammates. Recognize their playstyle if possible and try to switch your own style up to one that seems compatible. If they're always passive, go ahead and ball chase a bit more. If they never rotate back to your half of the field, focus on defense and then try to capitalize on the scoring opportunities provided. Another thing I always mention is to keep playing 1v1. Even if you don't like the mode, there's no teammates to blame. So play it with the intention of identifying your weaknesses, improving on them, and then taking those newly acquired skills into 2v2 and 3v3. In my view, ranking up is not luck, and it's not based on your teammates. But not because they aren't bad. As I said earlier, they very well can be. It's about you carrying your team to victory, game after game. If you put me in a Champ 2 lobby right now, I'm going to be speeding around the field, not giving a damn about what my teammate is doing, because I'm simply better than everyone in that lobby individually. I'll hit my own shots, make those saves, and who cares if my teammate whiffs an open net, because I'm going to put myself in that position to capitalize, regardless of what happens. And yes, that is a bit of an extreme, since my rank is significantly higher than Champ 2, but the point remains, once you improve individually so much that you're just better than everyone else, you can just carry your team. Rocket League is a team game, but if you're getting those powerful touches, consistent flicks, and having that winning mindset, who's going to stop you from going ham? Focus on your individual improvement. I can't stress that enough. Forget about the icon that pops up next to your name at the end of each game. Warm up, go into free play, custom training, and workshop where possible. Your teammates suck, but that's not going to stop you from ranking up, now or ever. Go hit free play and get training. Your next rank awaits.